Hey folks, it's Saturday and I'm coming at you to give a great big thank you to everyone. It's the 30th of November, the last day of the month. Cheers. I'm pleased. Thank you so much to the response to Inner Image. I only have 14 copies left out of 100 in 1 week. That's really nice. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the feedback. It really feels wonderful to hear how much people are enjoying the music, connecting with it, hearing and feeling the qualities of the music that are there, the positive energy, the love in the music. It's all there, but I mean, childhood and touch alone, if you can't feel those two tracks on my new album, I don't know what's going on. Only 14 left, so, by next Friday, Bandcamp Friday, I may not have any. I did not get a notice on the manufacturer of my next CD. I was hoping that it would be done maybe Friday and they would be sending it out. So that I may not have that next week. There's still a chance, I could hear something on Monday and maybe it would be here by the weekend, but we'll see. But thank you. It's a good feeling. I did not go to record store. Oh, yesterday was interesting. I did not do Black Friday. But yesterday was weird. If you follow me on Facebook, you saw in the morning that I posted a short video clip where there's deer out on my street. I don't live near woods or nothing. And I heard this commotion. Like, I'm used to raccoons and moles and stuff, so I heard some commotion in the backyard. And so I got up to see, and they were out in the street already, but hey, we're from my fucking yard. I ain't got no food. That was wild. Look up and 3 deer, they're looking around like they looked lost. They looked healthy though. And then I did what I said I was gonna. I waited till the noon to see if any more sales came in, and several more came in. So I went to the post office in the afternoon. I had a funny feeling. My sixth sense is active. Isn't yours? I had a funny feeling about going to the post office in the afternoon, but I needed to do it because it was starting to snow, and I thought to myself, I don't want to wake up and have to clear the car and deal with all that to go to the post office. So, and I already had a bunch. Already had a bunch of the sales. There's 4 sales this morning that I got that will go out. I'm not leaving the house today. I don't plan to anyway. So I'll send those out Monday. But anyway, I get to the post office and there is a tense situation going on inside. There's a man who is obviously off of his medication, possibly a drug user in a bad way, and he's causing a scene. I walked right into it. I could feel it even before I got there that something was going to be untoward at the post office. And sure enough, it's this guy looking like a crackhead or something, someone who's on fentanyl or some kind of street drug where they're interacting psychotically with some inner stimulus. And the guy is freaking out, trying to say that the post office is stealing his grandmother's check. He's there to get his grandmother's check. I got ID. I walk in and the first thing he says to me, "You look like Bill Cosby." And I just said, "Oh, shit." And I just, because of my background, I know what's up, so I just ignore this fool. You know what I'm saying? I said, "Oh, man, I ain't got time for this." And went on about my business to go to one of the stations where you can, fill out the customs forms and stuff. And he just starts escalating and, "Y'all all going to jail. You take my money," and all this stuff. And I turned around and looked at Andrea. That's her name, my favorite clerk. And the manager's there, who I also like. I said, "Is it unsafe to be here?" And Andrea just said it behind the counter. "Unfortunately, yeah, police are on their way. And they're trying to get this man to just leave, and he's harassing the customers, They got to take my money," and just a mess. It took the police a long time to get there because I was doing my mail by the time this was happening, and I was waiting in line, and then my mail takes 20 minutes at least because of customs and stuff. So I was kind of stuck there, and we're waiting for the police, and I had to call the police again and said, "Are the police coming? We're in danger. We don't know what this man's going to do." We couldn't get him to leave. Finally got the general manager finally got the man to walk out of the building, but we're still waiting for the police, and the guy's out in front of the building screaming and hollering and acting real crazy, scaring people. People are scared to leave after they've done their business, and other people outside were scared to come in. Thankfully, the police finally showed up. But I was saying to the people, I'm a retired mental health specialist. I don't feel like working today. I don't want to deal with this fool. I know about de-escalating people, but I don't know if he's got a weapon. He's definitely not in his right mind, and I don't want to deal with it. I'm just here to do my mail. That was wild. They finally got him to leave with no violence, thankfully. So, a little bit of music for you. What did I play yesterday? Played a couple records. And I may do a poll. I was going to read some of the compliments on Inner Image yesterday, and I completely forgot. But I think you get the message that it's quality. I'm super, super thankful in a big way for this development, that my music it's like I feel like people really get me. They realize it's real music. Last night, after more work in the studio, it continues. But I played this all the way through. This is wonderful. Caitlin Aurelia Smith and Susan Ciani, Synergy. Both of them playing Buchla modular synthesizers. Buchla, a particular type of synthesizer that didn't involve a keyboard. Of course, they got a keyboard with it now, but wonderful, distinct, cascading, burbling, wonderful sounds. This is wonderful. I had to play one side of this twice. I think I played side A New Day twice. Wonderful. And I also recently watched a documentary on Suzanne Ciani, which was an eye-opener. She was a bit of a groundbreaker and also a brave soul. Pretty cool. Listen to this last night. I'd recently gotten this from the Joneses. Jessica Jones sent this to me. This is her husband. Tony Jones with Kenny Wollesen, Charles Burnham. Pitch, Rhythm, and Consciousness. Yeah, this is good. This is real good. The percussion setup is the tip there. It gets to the place where it's like we're creating a state, not quite meditative, but it's like we get to a zone on this. That's the word. This is good. Pitch, Rhythm, and Consciousness. Tony Jones, Kenny Wollesen, Charles Burnham. Thank you for sending this to me, Jessica and Tony. This is good. And they probably have copies of this available on vinyl. And it's a good pressing, too. It plays, it's nice and quiet. just decided to play this. I bought it not that long ago. It's been on my I've been wanting it for my psychedelic collection forever, Nirvana, the story of Simon Simopath. Now, what I picked up on listening to of this last night was how I'm sensitized to these things because of personal trauma, as well as my study of the music business. But Simon Napier Bell, who produced this, I think he's in the band. Don't let me misspeak. I'm certain of it. But he is a producer, a talent scout type of guy who's been around since the 60s and is connected to some big acts. But it's also well known that he was a well-known gay guy. There's nothing wrong with that, but he was like after the young guys, okay? Interestingly, there's some of the lyrics of this indicate that. It's kind of like, what are these lyrics about? This is goofy. You know. It's kind of like a subtle message of like, I'm looking for young boys. It's like, what the fuck is this about? Musically, it's on the light side. The other album, All of Us, is actually, I think, musically better. But that was like interesting. So much of that behind the scenes has gone on and continues to go on. The whole sex thing. I went ahead and played this because, like I said, I hadn't heard it in a long time. And this is, I don't think this quite achieves what it was setting out to do. I think they were trying to make a big statement and using Brendan Perry's authoritative voice to do it with. And I don't think it works. It's pretty good, but I can tell that Brendan Perry does not believe what he's singing. Now, how about that? Is that something that you pick up on listening to music sometimes and you'll notice the passion of a person's delivery, and other times where it's like really flat or almost like they don't really want to be singing it? I picked up on that. Played the Holger Hiller all the way through. This is excellent. If you've never heard Holger Hiller, he was in Palais Schaumburg. I kept forgetting to mention that. This is very good. Very, very, very good. So I'm kind of having fun in my own mind with this idea of, oh, well, let me do a poll. Let me see if I can embarrass myself. Now, I only mean that jokingly, because the whole idea is that every now and then I find something that's like, okay, this is ready to go. Not that it's embarrassing, but it's like the Star Castle. That's not embarrassing at all, but it's like I don't listen to them, but I keep them. So with that in mind, I'll go back over this way and see what comes up this time. What do we have, people? Sphero. This is a fusion band. I think they're European. One where I only ever seen this copy to buy because I would definitely replace it. I hate, when you can only find radio station copies that are all defaced. Looks like this was recorded in Paris. And jazz, rock, fusion, it's a good one. I haven't played this in a while. This definitely stays out. Instrumental, this is a good one. Sphero. I think they have a couple more records, which I've never seen for real, because I'd get them if I saw them. Okay, there was that. Let's go to the middle section here. What's in here? That came pretty easy. Maybe I played this recently. Yes, I have. Lalo Schifrin. There's a whole Lalo Schifrin going on. I think I talked about this recently. Really cool. This is a good record. Okay. Let's go to the next section. But I know what's that section really well, so I'll go below. Oh, that feels like I'm going to know what it is. I'll pull it anyway, okay? This is all heavy. And what is this? That's what I not thought. I felt and I said, this is probably cigaros. And it is cigaros. What's the name of this one? Ata 2023, a recent, last year. And their records don't all sound the same. A lazy listener could claim that all cigaros sounds the same. It doesn't. It's very similar where it's coming from, but it doesn't all sound the same. This is good. This is good. Atmosphere and place. It's like going to a place. Okay, back over here. Come on, records. They are so jammed in there. Are two coming? Yeah, two are coming. So let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. Well, it's the Pink Floyd section. Not much to say here. Everybody knows about Pink Floyd, right? Yeah, I got Pink Floyd's records. Seen them live. Wish you were here. I don't have it, but when I was a kid, somehow I ended up with a white cover, blank cover promo of Wish You Were Here. Of course, I was just a kid, didn't realize what I had, and it's long gone. There's some pulls for you, people. It's the weekend. Like I said, the folks who ordered the record, and I got the orders this morning, it's really cold. So at this point, I don't think I'm going to leave the house. It's early enough, though, that if I decide to leave, I'll mail out what I got today. I ran out of mailers, too. I actually have to go and get some more mailers to complete these orders. But thank you so much. I'll take a look here and see if there's anything in the comments from yesterday. Hi, Dereck. I just listened to some of the tracks from Inner Image on YouTube and liked them, so I just bought the CD. Thank you. Another person just let me know they just purchased it from Tasmania, Australia. Thank you. That music you were playing briefly through your computer sounded like Silver Apples. I love Silver Apples. It was that new thing by Daniel Miller, Sunroof. Love you too, Kevin. Thank you. Another El Nashidor says, enjoying listening to your latest release. It's 100% pure gold. His favorite track is Fame. He asked me a random question. What's the story on the green chair behind you? Well, this chair, when I worked at Community Alliance, the job that I retired from, I gotta move this now. I worked there for 27 years, mental health rehabilitation service for adults. And I worked in several of the departments, but one of them was a day rehabilitation program, day rehab, like a day program, for adults who with chronic mental illness need to get out of the house, need something to do. We would provide classes, activities, all kinds of stuff for people. Provided meals. Meals was really important, so we had a huge space, dining space. And this is just one of the chairs that was from the place that I was there for so long that I helped to design a new building that was built was remodeled for the agency. And when they moved in, they got rid of all the old, well, I actually did this a couple times because these green chairs are from the place that we helped to remodel, but then they upgraded and got new furniture and were just throwing stuff away. So I said, heck, I need a couple chairs for my kitchen. So I got a couple of these, one here and one in the kitchen. It does remind me, just offhand, of the work. And people will just pop up in my mind. So many of my clients, because of medication and how hard it is on the body, are probably dead. But people will just pop up in my thoughts, and even their entire names. And they'll just say, I remember so-and-so. I wonder what happened. So that's the chair. That's what I got for you today, folks. Have a good weekend.